The film industry uses HP solutions and products heavily in developing the films and actually making the films. This is particularly true of animation or special effects.
In the last sort of 7 years or so, you've seen prices come down to such an extent that on a project like the one that I've just made, which is Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, it's enabled us to make a fantasy series 7 hours long for BBC One that really has visual effects in it that are equal to most cinematic movies.
I am in Cannes because HP is giving this gracious platform to showcase emerging female filmmakers who are not taking no for an answer and going out there and doing it and achieving in film.
It's particularly important for HP to be present where the customers are, and increasingly with the computing power brought by Intel and the solutions brought by HP, this computing power has been democratized and accessible by smaller and smaller companies.
You see a lot of guys that have had no formal training. You know, they've just taught themselves on machines at home, you know, in their bedrooms, guys that are big fans of these films and games, and they're producing work that's forcing us to go, right, well, we need to step up our game.
It's inconceivable to be making a film that doesn't have visual effects in one way or another, because if you're not using visual effects, you're not competing.
I'm just a one-girl production company, and that gives me a lot of freedom, and that's why I kind of got involved with HP, because I was needing to do the entire post-production process completely alone.
One of the women in our film, Marie Forleo, she uses this term multi-passionate entrepreneur, and that's kind of the title for at least millennial women, I would say. And it's a must in this economy as well, and within this industry. You need to be, you know, your skills need to be transferable across the board.
It's great to see technology companies like HP and Intel have a presence at Cannes, because, you know, even this morning, I'd like to think I'm quite up to date on the technology that we're using is cutting edge, but I've seen something by HP, who I work closely with, called Sprout today, that within 5 minutes I found a use for it in a 3D visual effects medium.
Time is money on a set for an independent filmmaker. We actually brought the workstation out to set. So as we were producing the film, we had our editor on set, and she was editing the footage immediately.
The best producers are the ones who have done everything. They're the first ones to open the door, they're the last ones to sweep up. And I know I've heard other producers, it's a mantra, never ask somebody to do something that you wouldn't be able to do yourself.
Before, an indie, a micro indie, you know, you wouldn't ever think of doing a whole series by yourself, or a whole, you know, a feature film or anything like that. But now, you know, people my age are saying, just get out there, start shooting, start editing. There is no excuse.